Reunited and it feels so good. Woo! The Minnesota Fighting Vikings and defensive end Everson Griffen reportedly went all peaches and herb, as reportedly it's all officially finally getting back together. Love having Sack Daddy back in purple. Here are 5 things that Everson Griffen return means for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings. Number 1, the Vikings wanted some veteran leadership on that defensive line, man. And the Vikings do have an interesting young edge rushing room. Besides Danielle Hunter, who's returned from the herniated disc in his neck and is a bona fide superstar, Weatherly is a solid but not spectacular veteran. I love me some DJ Wonnum. He looks really good in year 2. And then you have rookies Janarius Robinson and Patrick Jones II are fun long-term projects. Plus Kenny Willekes, Johnny Triard look great Saturday against the Colts. Now, I don't think that the Everson signing is any indictment on Wonnum or Weatherly, who have played well. I think they'll still be in the mix. But I think it's more that Jones and Janarius aren't quite ready for prime time yet. Patterson mentioned that Patrick Jones II ran the wrong plays a few times against the Broncos in the first preseason game, despite him flashing a little bit. And Janarius is a massive long-term project. Plus, if you look at the defense, it is stacked with veterans all over the place. Zimmer learned from last year when they tried to rebuild on the fly with young players. You need dudes who have been in this league and know what they're doing. Next up, thing number 2 that Everson's return means for the Minnesota Vikings, the Kirk Cousins thing. So the elephant in the room is Everson's "Kirk Cousins' ass, thank you" tweet from January, which probably delayed his reunion with the Vikings, let's be honest. And it's a non-issue. It really is. Grow up, both of you, be men, talk it out. And you do need to talk it out because you're both leaders on this team. And if this just hangs over the locker room, that's no good. It's no bueno. So nip this thing in the bud day one. Like, Kirk should come out at Everson's first press conference and crack some jokes. Everson, you mean I'm ass? You mean that I have a nice ass? Finger guns. Finger guns is the way to get out of everything. And it would be a great way to show that it is a non-issue, and it would be great leadership from both of them. Just put this thing to bed right away. Plus, it would be funny. It'd be hilarious. Love it, man. Next up, thing number 3 that Everson's return means for the Minnesota Vikings. What number is Everson going to wear? So that is the major question right now. Big Daddy Michael Pierce currently wears number 97, the number he wore in Baltimore. Of course, that was Everson's digits here with the Vikings. Interestingly, when Pierce signed back in 2020, he initially took number 98. Even though Everson Griffen was unsigned, there was a chance that Everson would have returned last year. But I don't think that Everson takes 97 away from Pierce. I don't think he does that. And also, there's currently no 90 series numbers available, but that will change as the Vikings reduce the roster. He also wore number 93 back at USC. Back on the day. But that's currently Patrick Jones' second's number. Now, what the Vikings should do is when Sheldon, who currently wears number 9, has to change his number because he's a defensive lineman, is they should list Everson as a linebacker and then give him number 9. Oh, that'd be tight. I love it. I'm in love with it. Next up, thing number 4 that Everson's return means for the Vikings. JALYN Holmes might be done. He might finally be done. He may be the odd man out because I think the Vikings will carry 6 edge rushers on the rooster: Danielle, Everson, Wonnum, Weatherly, and the rookies Jones and Janarius, because I think there's about a 0.0% chance that Jones or Robinson will get through waivers if they try to slide him down onto the practice squad. So the 4th-year former Buckeye may be the odd man out, but if he goes unclaimed, there might be a chance that he is put onto the practice squad because Patterson does love him. Lastly, thing number 5 that Everson's return means for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings: Everson can still get to the quarterback. It's a QB and get the QB league. And Everson, even though he's 33, he's going to be 34, he can still get after that ass of the quarterback. 6 sacks and a 9.7% pressure rate in 2020 in only 14 games, playing on 2 different teams, the Cowboys and the Lions. Plus, let's be honest, Everson at times didn't look interested last year with the Cowboys or Detroit. He seriously missed Minnesota. He knew that he made a mistake. And I think that Everson will be a rotational jack of all trades. I don't think he'll necessarily be a starter, but he'll be all over the place on the defensive line. He'll play some open side defensive end. He'll play some closed defensive end, maybe some 3-tech, maybe some nose tackle in certain third down packages. Get him 10 to 15 snaps a game. Keep him fresh late in games as well as later on in the 17-game season. I love it, man. I love it. Plus, his signing could be related to Anthony Barr potentially being up on blocks for a hot second, because you need that leadership on defense. And Everson and Barr are 2 completely different leaders. And maybe Zimmer looked around his defense like, I still need that spark. I still need that guy who's going to rally up, who's going to say what needs to be said and just get it. Just get it. So I love Everson being back, man. It makes all the sense in the world. Now let's go hunt. Let's get it. That's right, man. Your thoughts. What Everson Griffen's return means for the Vikings, let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull some on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.